Well, it was our intent to start off slow with him and kind of work him into the offense slowly, and so that the last 4 or 5 games of the season, or 6, um, that we could have him at full strength, and he could be able to carry it 20, 25 times a game down the stretch. We didn't want to do that early. We wanted to be able to do it down the stretch, and I think he'll be able to do it for us.
Is he at this point everything you expected him to be?
Oh yeah, and more. He's very conscientious. He wants to do well. He wants to be good. He wants to win. He studies extra. He's doing well in school. He's what we thought he was and more. I don't want to sound like who was that guy? They are what we thought they were. Denny Green. Yeah, I don't want to sound like Denny Green, but yeah, he is pleasant. There's always that unknown, Phillip, until you get them here, until they actually practice and they get hit in the mouth. So, but you love it when they're better than you thought they were.
Is he a guy who kind of gets stronger as the game goes on once he gets into a rhythm with things?
Yeah, that's him. He's always been that way. 8,000 yards in high school, so that just shows that, he's got it. Stick-to-itiveness. He can finish games. He needs carries. He can handle 30 probably. He's such a, physically he's strong, and he likes to get in that rhythm. And I knew he felt it. LSU, he felt it. I could sense that he felt it. He was getting into a rhythm against LSU, and I wanted to get him the ball more that game. So he's ready.
I think it means a lot to them because it is, in a lot of ways, a thankless position. But at the same time, my approach as a coach is to try to instill within them collectively a sense of pride in that's part of the job description. You're the guy that does all the things that nobody else wants to do. I used to work with a coach that he coached receivers and quarterbacks, and every once in a while in practice when his guys were having a poor day or they're complaining about stuff, he'd point over at the offensive line and he'd go, "Hey, you think you got it bad? Go down there and do what those guys do for the next 30 minutes." But I always try to get them to the point where they buy into the philosophy that it doesn't matter who gets the credit. What matters is that you can sleep at night and look your partners in the eye after a job well done and feel like you gave it your all and you really accomplished something. And I think to some extent they get to the point where it doesn't really matter that much, but it's always nice when you get it.
Of course, the defensive back coach, Phil, you got to feel that way. I'm confident in all my young men. You got to be. It's tough out there against the athletes you face this day and time, and you run with some of the best athletes in the world, and I have total confidence in all of them. And the main reason is I want them to have confidence in themselves too, and you got to be that way. But when they go out there, I'm going to make the calls, or whoever makes the calls, and he's going to have to play them. We talk about it here. If you play defensive back here, look at the ones that's come through here. And we got a whole wall of pretty good ones down there. And we refer to it that if you play here, and you play defensive back, the challenge of living up to what some of the others have is there. Plus, you play the best receivers in the country. And that's the reason you sign here.